it is to make money. And how does it do this? By making fare people want to see. By that standard, as to black consumers, how is Hollywood doing? Well, if you look at viewership, quite well. Black households watch 50% or more television than do white households. Black moviegoers see more films per year than do white moviegoers. If Hollywood is failing to, quote, promote positive images of black people, close quote, why do blacks consume so much of what Hollywood makes? I'm Larry Elder, and this has been an Elder Minute.
AJ here from the Tee It Up Radio Network. Each week we cover the world of golf for you. Celebrating 18 years, Tee It Up continues to bring you fresh inside-the-ropes reporting and one-on-ones with Hollywood's most passionate golfers. So stay in the know with the Tee It Up Show, Sunday morning, 6 to 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, live right here on CRN, Digital Talk Radio.
Catch the gang from Tee It Up on CRN1 Sundays, 6 to 8 a.m. Pacific Time, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern Time, right here on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
Welcome. PM show, nationwide, coast to coast, CRN Digital Talk Radio. I am Michael Horn. Thanks so much for joining us on the show. We're going to be talking about the Academy Awards and a lot of other good things. Nancy O'Dell is going to be here. Going to have all the scoop from this year's Oscars. We'll have that going on and a whole lot more with you. Welcome to Paul Stern.
I think they did a very good job this year. I know the ratings weren't exactly the tops, but I thought the performers, the actors and the actresses that appeared, I thought they did a good job.
Did we get ratings for the Academy Awards last night?
I think it was a little bit less than it had been in years past.
Really?
I believe so.
I thought it was a better show than I thought it was going to be. I can't stand award shows, and I actually watched this one for the most part all the way through, and thought that it was kind of interesting. I liked the fact that the speeches were very short, and that on the bottom of the screen, the people that wanted to thank Joe and Harry and Billy and all those stuff, it had everybody's name on there because nobody cares who these particular people are thanking anyway. But if they have something to say, we want to hear what they got to say. And so I thought that was pretty interesting. I thought Chris Rock was okay. A lot of people, good, bad, and different over there. I thought Lady Gaga's performance was good with the children there.
Yeah, that was a very touching performance.
Yeah,
that was one that I didn't really understand at first, but then all of a sudden, by the time it finished, you really understood exactly what it was all about.
It goes through. So
heavy stuff.
But the ratings low again, huh? Lower than last year?
They were low. I think one of the things that, I don't know if this had anything to, probably didn't have anything to, actually, maybe it did actually have something to do with the Oscars. Elton John, the parties, the Vanity Fair party.
Oh, boy.
Elton John performed on Sunset Boulevard. Now, did anybody see that?
That was before the Oscars,
That was before the Oscars, but it was
on Friday or Saturday or something.
Yeah, but he was in town because of the Oscars, and I don't know if they did that as a promotion. They used to do things like that in the industry, but he was here. He had his big party, and
I think the parties are stupid. I watched watched the local guy on ABC, and he was interviewing the guy that the writer of Spotlight, and he said he was the writer of The Big Short, and he told him he was the writer for Spotlight, and usually he's pretty good. George is pretty good about that, but they kept going from party to party to tell you all the big stars, and there were no stars.
And of course,
nobody would talk to him.
And of course, somebody embarrassed themselves by misidentifying Whoopi Goldberg as Oprah Winfrey.
Oh, I didn't. That happened too. That's embarrassing.
That is very.
Was that on that ABC thing?
I don't know who's to blame for that one, but that is definitely an embarrassing moment for certain.
Jimmy Kimmel did a show, and I thought it was kind of funny. He had Ben Affleck and Matt Damon on, so that was okay. But for the most part, the award show was okay. Just so long, and
I didn't watch the whole thing. I kind of
There you go. I mean, come on. It starts at 5:30 Pacific time and ends at 9:00. So what is that? 3.5 hours, 6:30, 7:30, 8:30. That's 3.5 hours to sit there.
I definitely didn't catch the whole thing because I think I tuned in around the time that 60 Minutes started. So I was watching it around 7 p.m.
There aren't that many awards, There's they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe about 20 awards or something. I don't know. And it's it takes you 3.5 hours. Of course, they got to play the songs and they got to show you snippets from the movies.
Well, is Nancy O'Dell going to give us her perspective?
Yeah, Nancy O'Dell's going to be having all this information for you at Entertainment Tonight this evening. And in the meantime, she's going to give us, she's here to tell you all about. She did herself a big show, Entertainment Tonight, at the Oscars Live on Pop, formerly TV Guide channel, the Pop channel. She did a 2.5-hour live broadcast. Hers was good. She somehow, those people at Entertainment Tonight and Pop are able to get the good stars. But the local stuff, after the whole broadcast, it was like they just kept going back and forth. You might as well show people parking cars and celebrities getting out. You go, oh, that's so-and-so.
I happened to catch our good friend Jim Roop.
He was on the red carpet, right?
Wearing a tuxedo, looking very good.
Yeah, he looked good. He was doing radio. So I don't know why he had to wear a tux.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
Welcome back to the PM Show Monday edition on CRN Digital Talk Radio. I'm Michael Horn. Boy, what a great night last night, the Academy Awards. Great show. I watched it all the way through, and to kind of help us sift through everything, we have with us the wonderful, the talented, the beautiful Nancy O'Dell. Nancy, welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you very much. I'm a little tired, but it was a great event. So it was a lot of fun.
You've been working a lot. You got you got the recap coming up on Entertainment Tonight, but last night you had Entertainment Tonight at the Oscars Live on Pop. This was like, what, about a 2.5-hour show? Tell us about it.
2.5 hours, yes. It's a lot of looking at all the facts and figures when it comes to the nominees and make sure that you don't get the Oscar accolades mixed up with the Golden Globes accolades with the SAGs accolades. It gets a little confusing, but it was a fun night. It was a long show, 2.5 hours with the red carpet, talking about the Oscars, and then, of course, crunch time comes at the very end of the red carpet when all the big stars are arriving, where it's a little crazy.
So the big stars like to arrive late, don't they?
They do. In fact, Jennifer Lawrence came in like 2 minutes before the show started. She was running down the red carpet, and Kevin and I were like looking at her like, "Where have you been?" And all she kept looking over at us was like, "I'm sorry. So we don't know what she was being sorry about. I guess being late, but we're not sure what happened.
Nancy O'Dell and
maybe just making an entrance.
Yes, it had to be an entrance. Nancy O'Dell and her co-host Kevin Frazier covered this whole thing last night on Entertainment Tonight at the Oscars Live on Pop. They're back on ET tonight. Now, we should mention that people that don't know about this is a whole network, Pop. You've got like lots of things going on there, so people that missed out better find out where Pop is and get in on this, right?
Yeah, that's right, because we've been doing all the live shows, so you get to see it as it happens, not an edited version. You get to see everything that goes crazy, live TV always allows for some fun moments, so you get to see the red carpet mishap sometimes. So it's a lot of fun. You have Pop Network. It used to be the TV Guide Network, so if you go onto the Pop TV website, you can do your zip code and you can find out where it airs in your neighborhood, so to speak.
PopTV.com is that website. Now, Nancy O'Dell, let's talk about this. You've been covering this for some time, haven't you? You've been at the Oscars. You're no stranger to this broadcast. What was different last night?
1996.
1996. We love your...
Of course, I started when I was 10.
Yes, it's true. Well, we love your coverage. So what did you find exciting last night that really kind of caught you and said, wait, this is pretty good?
Well, the fact that Leo DiCaprio won,
yep.
I'm very excited about that because I've been championing him forever because he's always such a gentleman on the red carpet. So I've really loved being around him and talking to him, and the fact that he won. He was so deserving so many years. That I loved. I love the fact that they actually did the crawl on the bottom of the speeches. So this year, when the people would win, they already had given them a list of people they wanted to thank. So instead of doing those long lists when they're up there speaking, they had the moment to talk about something important to them, which we saw with a lot of the winners. Sam Smith that he was the first openly gay person to accept an Oscar, so he brought that up. Chris Rock certainly didn't, leave anything to, people wondering. He just laid out the whole Oscar controversy immediately from the get-go of the show. Others who took a moment to make a stand, Lady Gaga, in her performance. She was a survivor of sexual assault, and so performing that song, which was about that, and then you could go and make a pledge, and bringing up the website and having Joe Biden introduce her, the vice president, I thought was tremendous. And then Leo bringing up in his acceptance speech the environment. He's a huge environmentalist and talked about how it even affected global warming, even affected the Revenant shoot, how they had to move locations to actually find snow because they needed something that depicted a very wintry place, because that's the way the Revenant was, obviously.
I thought it was. I agree with you.
I thought it was great.
In all those areas, I agree with you. I really like that crawl myself. It's like I found myself re-racking the DVR so I could look at some of the stuff there to see who they thanked. And you didn't have to listen to it. I thought the speeches were much better, shorter, more to the point, and more information in those acceptance speeches. I love that part.
Yeah, because I think when you thank somebody up on stage and you just say, thank you, Benny and Lauren and Karen, and, people don't know because they're somebody who they want to thank and obviously need to be thanked, but the audience doesn't know. So it made it more interesting for the audience, because these names that they were thanking, normally you don't know who they're talking about. So therefore, again, it just freed up some time for them to be able to talk about other things that are more important, make more poignant speeches.
I'm with you. I like Leonardo DiCaprio winning his Best Actor. That was hopefully expected, but he had been shut out before, so that was good. Best Picture, I kind of picked Spotlight on this, too. I thought that was the picture that sort of had a message to it somewhat. Would any categories or anything? Mad Max surprised me. They won a bunch of things in special effects and videography and sound editing and all that stuff.
I know. You didn't expect them to have so many nominations coming in. A lot of people were really surprised that Mad Max got a Best Picture nomination.
Yep.
They walked away with a lot of trophies, but they didn't walk away with Best Picture, obviously, because that was Spotlight, which I agree with you. I'm glad that it won for Best Picture. They didn't expect the Mad Max, though, so that was kind of a surprise. As far as other surprises, I think people were looking for perhaps Sylvester Stallone to walk away.
Yeah,
with
that was a
Such
disappointing.
a sentimental.
Yeah,
he's such a sentimental favorite, and here he is doing this character, the same character, which set a record for people being nominated for the same character for the most years apart. So 39 years ago is when he was nominated for
Unbelievable.
Rocky. And here he is playing the same character again. So previously the record had been held by Paul Newman for 25 years.
Wow.
But I know. So I think that would have been a sentimental favorite. I think that was, people were looking that might happen. I think as far as everybody else, it was expected. I think we expected Brie Larson to win. I think Alicia Vikander was certainly someone we talked about winning, and Leo, no doubt, a surprise. And Spotlight, some people are saying that was a little bit of a surprise. They thought maybe The Revenant was going to walk away. I had always heard it was going to come down, and they kind of split the awards all this season between Spotlight and The Revenant. So I knew that it was probably going to come down between those two. But I agreed with you. I thought it was going to.
I think the Big Short was one of the favorites too. So I think the votes might have gotten split a little bit, and so Spotlight gets in there. We're talking with Nancy O'Dell, and she, along with her co-host Kevin Frazier, are going to be on Entertainment Tonight. Tonight, you're going to be recapping all this. Is this going to be a big night of recap?
Yeah. Oh, it'll be all Oscars on Entertainment Tonight, including, the incredible fashion. In fact, I'm getting ready to go do an interview with Josie, who is our style expert, and he's going to break down all the fashions for us, who did it really well, who maybe didn't do it so well. We're going to break it all down for you, and we'll have that on the show tonight. You'll be seeing all the fashion.
Before we let you go, I got to talk to you because I'm a big country music fan, and I guess you are too. I didn't realize you're a member of the Academy of Country Music Awards, are you?
Yes, huge country music fan. I have been for a long time. I'm from South Carolina.
I love it. I love country music. That makes you a great person, Nancy O'Dell, when you have that love of country music there.
Well, we do have that southern root going on there. And
you did
my favorite people to talk to, I have to admit. My favorite celebrities, because they're very down to earth.
Exactly. Down to earth, really sincere. Well, and you did I think that Nashville Star Show was something that you put together, right?
I did that for a couple of years. I hosted it and produced, and it was great. We had a great time, and I didn't produce it just myself, obviously, just one of them, and it was amazing show. such an amazing show. I had such a great time. And Miranda Lambert was actually on the first year of National Star. She came in third place. Can you believe that?
Come on, give me a break.
She is.
That's great. That is fabulous news. All right, so tonight we thank you for the show. 2.5 hours on Pop. We want you to get some rest. I know you got a lot of interviews, but tonight, Entertainment Tonight, you and Kevin Frazier covering everything Oscar there, and we can go to poptv.com. We can go to etonline.com. Do you have a website, Nancy O'Dell?
I do, nancyodell.com without the apostrophe.
I love it.
Very easy.
Nancy O'Dell, ODELL.com. Check it out. Thank you, Nancy. We love you. We'll see you tonight on Entertainment Tonight. Come back anytime. Thanks so much.
So good to talk to you. Take care.
Let me tell you about my new Silent Night air purifier. Just got one. I'm telling you, it is amazing. First thing you have to notice is it's quiet. It does not use a noisy fan to push air through a dense filter. The Silent Night air purifier electrodynamically cleans and delivers 8,500 cubic feet per hour of near-perfect air. And the technology was developed by a JPL rocket scientist. One of these eggheads developed this thing. And it gets rid of 100% of virus, asthma triggers, and allergens every pass through the ZEPA filters. It uses 80% less energy, delivering air more silently than a noisy HEPA. Now, if you or someone you love has asthma, allergies, or sleep disorder, they're going to love Silent Night. My mom had respiratory issues. She used one of these old technologies. Imagine a Silent Night for her. Call 855-855-4455. That's 855-855-4455. Or go to silentnightaircleaner.com. Call right now and receive the first year filters for free. That's 855-855-4455. Or go to silentnightaircleaner.com.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. With one phone call, you'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information. It's a free service, so call now.
Call now, 800-704-6182, 800-704-6182.
Are you nearing eligibility for Medicare benefits? Then you know now is an important time in your life. Medicare benefits can be a complicated puzzle. You don't want to overpay for your Medicare coverage or get the wrong plan. Let Health Markets Insurance Agency help you. With one free phone call, a licensed insurance agent will help you select a Medicare plan that's right for you and your budget. If you're becoming eligible for Medicare, call today and learn how to get the most out of your benefits.
800-793-1960, 800-793-1960.
Health Markets Insurance Agency is the DBA or assumed name of InSphere Insurance Solutions, Inc., which is an authorized insurance agency in all 50 states and the District of Columbia. Not all agents are licensed to sell all products. Service and product availability varies by state.
Call 800-793-1960, 800-793-1960, 800-793-1960, 800-793-1960.
Are you looking to increase the number of calls you receive at your business? Well, CRN Talk is introducing a new way for customers to reach you without having to remember your phone number or web address. Customers simply dial pound 250 from their mobile phones to say your business name. That's it. They'll be directed immediately to your phone line and receive a text message with a link to your website and phone number. It's that easy. It works so well that we're using it in this commercial. To sign up, dial pound 250 and say, "Help my business." That's pound 250, "Help my business."
We're back here on the PM Show Monday edition. Thanks to Nancy O'Dell for being here. She's great. I like the fact she's into country music. Good person. If you like country music, that's good stuff. Anyway, thanks to Tomas for doing some research for us. And the Oscars brought in the third lowest ratings in the history of the Oscar broadcast. The 88th Annual Academy Awards, which was on last night. Chris Rock is the host. They say had few surprises. The show averaged 34.3 million viewers on Sunday night, according to ABC, and this would give the award show the smallest audience since 2008, when Jon Stewart hosted the show, and No Country for Old Men won Best Picture, and with just over 32 million viewers. 2003, Chicago was the top movie. The show drew 33 million, according to this. So 34.3 million. Third lowest in the history of the Oscars. People are not liking the Oscars anymore. You didn't watch it. You said you tuned by a couple of times,
I kind
Paul
of
Stern.
tuned in and out on a couple of occasions, but then I kind of just dozed off and kind of gave up on the whole thing.
I watched the whole thing. Larry Elder told me that it's great fodder for talk shows. So you should watch it, and so that gave me new inspiration to watch it. So I did. Tomas, did you tune it in? Did you watch the show at all?
No, I did not.
What did you watch?
Nothing. I was out and about.
Yeah, this was 3.5 hours. And it was
apparently Tomas has better things to do than just to sit back at home and watch television.
Well, it comes on early on the West Coast. It starts at 5:30, but the ratings were down 6% from last year, where they had 36.6 million viewers. So Mad Max Fury Road, that won some awards over there. Apparently the Oscars had an impact on social media. There was more than 7.2 million tweets during the telecast, and the most tweeted moment came at when Leonardo DiCaprio won his first Oscar for Best Actor. I mean, here's the thing about the Oscars and any award show. You like what you like. So why would you go see a film that other people looked at and said, this is the greatest? It's so subjective. You know, I sat here and I changed my mind on a couple of these votes. We had our little Friday get-together. And of the 6 categories, we did everything supporting actor and actress and best actress, actor, best director, best picture. And I picked The Big Short, but I left it in here for purposes of our thing because that's what you all heard on Friday. But I started just guessing who would win. And I went through all these. I just looked. You look at the trailers that they roll, and I started picking them left and right. And Spotlight, they said it was between The Big Short, The Revenant, and Spotlight. Spotlight's about bringing down the Catholic Church. You know that's going to win. If there's some kind of social thing, you know. If it's just an entertaining film like Star Wars, my gosh, it's not even going to be nominated.
Well, what are you saying, that Hollywood crowd wants to bring down to the church?
That's the people that vote on it. See, the people that said that all the black people were upset that there weren't enough black nominees in there. Well, it's the same people that pick everything else, so you just know, well, this is a real message to this film. This must be the winner.
Well, no, they don't put their hand. They don't put their hand on.
They put their hand right to their chin like this, and they go, "This is a message film. I have to vote for this one. This is a real meaning to it."
We had on a movie authority here with us last week on the Friday show, Scott St. James.
He's not a movie authority.
I don't believe that Scott.
He got 2 out of 6. That's how great of an authority Scott St. James is, and I'll give it to him on Friday. You and I both got 3 out of 6. I actually 4 out of 6 because they changed the spotlight, but 3 out of 6 for the purpose of this. And Steve, the movie guy, Steve Evans, got 4 out of 6. So he actually was the top guy. But you could just smell Spotlight was going to win. You could, who else?
Well, you don't have to say it in such a negative manner. That the tone that you actually project is like something that you just...
Alejandro Inarritu, you knew he was going to win for Best Director.
Did you really know that he was going to win?
Yes, you did. And you could guess Leonardo DiCaprio. The only one that really turned everybody upside down was everybody knew that it was going to be Sylvester Stallone should have won for Creed. But no. Apparently, I want to go see this film. Now, I do want to go see Bridge of Spies because it's the Tom Hanks is in it. It should be good.
Frank Stallone has been tweeting expletives. He's very upset. We got to get Frank Stallone here on the program.
Is he really upset?
Frank is very upset. Much more upset than I think even Sylvester Stallone. Sylvester Stallone is a class act. He wouldn't express himself in such a way.
Well, and they had the other co-star in the film with Sylvester Stallone was a black actor, and they're saying he wasn't nominated either. He should have gotten an award, too.
They always like to kind of just give it to Sylvester Stallone for whatever reason.
The Danish girl, that Alicia Vikander, she won. And also nominated for it was Eddie Redmayne. He was the guy that changed to the Danish girl. Is that right? He should have gotten something if he made some kind of a sex change in the film. I didn't see the movie, and I got a lot of beef on that from a lot of big-known, well-known people in the radio business. Said a bunch of guys were sitting around here Friday talking about these movies that they knew nothing about. So I'm going to go see these films, then I can talk about it.
What kind of...
some of the big heavyweights a lot of people tune into the show to get their news for the weekend. A lot
of people do tune into
Apparently,
the show, of course.
We didn't know what we were talking about Friday, which is usually the case for the entire show. Anyway, Best Picture Spotlight, Best Actor Leonardo, Brie Larson for Room was the winner's Best Actress. You could guess that one too. Room was going to win something. She got it.
I just sneaked into my kids' rooms and took temperatures while they're sleeping, thanks to my Exergen thermometer. All I did was swipe their foreheads for a few seconds. It didn't even wake them up. My sister, the nurse, told us about the Exergen temporal scanner thermometer, and it's the best. Real value for the money and truly a lifesaver. Now I don't have to deal with ears or rears, if you know what I mean.
I'm Dr. Frank Pompey, founder of Exergen. Thousands of hospitals and clinics rely on temporal scanners. I'm confident you will too.
The Exergen Temporal Scanner. Pick one up at Costco and other fine retailers, or visit us at Exergen.com.
Come to Angelo's and Vinci's Ristorante in Fullerton, California for authentic family-style Italian dinners. Come to Angelo's and Vinci's and celebrate your party or event in one of our festive banquet rooms. Angelo's and Vinci's, Fullerton, California, 550 North Harbor Boulevard. Named the Orange County Hot List Top 5 Italian restaurant for 7 years in a row. And a Top 10 pizza restaurant by Gale, featuring traditional and award-winning pizzas. Offering Sunday champagne brunch from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., just $16.95. Choose from over 20 items, plus create your own personal omelet. Delicious lunches, including our Express Lunch Buffet, $8.95 with over 15 items. And dinner 7 days a week. Getting married? Angelo's and Vinci's won this year's Wedding Wire Couples Choice Award. You can talk to our experienced staff of wedding coordinators. We treat you as guests at your own wedding reception. It's all at Angelo's and Vinci's Ristorante at 550 North Harbor Boulevard in Fullerton, California. Call 714-879-4022. 714-879-4022.
Are you nearing eligibility for Medicare benefits? Then you know now is an important time in your life. Medicare benefits can be a complicated puzzle. You don't want to overpay for your Medicare coverage or get the wrong plan. Let Health Markets Insurance Agency help you. With one free phone call, a licensed insurance agent will help you select a Medicare plan that's right for you and your budget. If you're becoming eligible for Medicare, call today and learn how to get the most out of your benefits.
800-793-1960. 800-793-1960.
Health Markets Insurance Agency is the DBA or assumed name of InSphere Insurance Solutions, Inc., which is an authorized insurance agency in all 50 states and the District of Columbia. Not all agents are licensed to sell all products. Service and product availability varies by state.
Call 800-793-1960. 800-793-1960. 800-793-1960. 800-793-1960.
Come to Wine Country. Vacation at the beautiful Fountain Grove Inn and Conference Center in Santa Rosa, California. Experience the luxurious guest rooms, generously sized and decorated in the Tuscan tradition. Sleep on pillow-top mattresses with luxurious linens and down-filled comforters. The Fountain Grove Inn also offers complimentary Wi-Fi and internet access, and you can enjoy coffee in the hotel lobby. And now you can visit the new steakhouse at Equus Restaurant and the Equus Lounge, all at the Fountain Grove Inn. Relax and enjoy a glass of wine and learn about wine with CRN radio host Larry Van Alsten's What's Cooking on Wine radio show. It's broadcast at the Fountain Grove Inn Hotel and Conference Center, located in the heart of Sonoma Wine Country, easily located in Santa Rosa off the 101 freeway at the Fountain Grove Parkway exit. Call 707-578-6101. That's 707-578-6101 or visit fountaingroveinn.com. Call now, 707-578-6101.
Hello, CRN listeners. This is Michael Horn, inviting you to join me and my co-host, sommelier Nicole Nielsen from Ruth's Chris Steakhouse, as we present What's Cooking on Wine. Find out about the latest trends in wine, great food, spirits, and a whole lot more. It's What's Cooking on Wine, done live at 6 o'clock Monday nights at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Pasadena, California, and then the replays throughout the weekend right here on CRN. So if you love wine and you love great food, it's What's Cooking on Wine right here on CRN. Welcome back here to the PM Show, Monday edition, CRN Digital Talk Radio. So the Academy Awards last night, Leonardo DiCaprio finally gets his Oscar, and everybody's excited about that. The ratings the lowest in years. People are saying, did the boycott hurt the awards? You know, because they were like boycotting that there were no black nominees. They had like 10,000 black presenters there last night. The host was black. All the presenters, just about everybody was black. So I think it was fairly balanced. I mean, what's the big deal? The Oscars, they were entertaining, but the ratings, an 8-year low in ratings. And I don't know what's happening there. The protesters lined up outside the celebrity drop-off for the Oscar Awards. Nobody cares.
Was Al Sharpton on hand with any of these protests? He's usually the one that's kind of...
I don't know.
Stirring things
but it's,
up.
you know, Chris Rock was saying some things about, nobody cared to protest before because there were other serious issues affecting black people, not like the awards.
That was pretty funny, wasn't it?
Yes. But anyway, so the crowd was 300 strong. They were armed with signs and boom boxes.
Oh.
And Al Sharpton led the protest. You were right about that.
Al Sharpton. There
Let's just take Al Sharpton and lead him out to the pasture somewhere and let him just sit around there and just drink the water from the pond. I mean, come on. I'm tired of Al Sharpton. This guy's got the biggest head and the tiniest neck. He should be very careful because, you got to have good support.
Well, no, he's lost a lot of weight. I think that's
Well, he looks weird. And so Al was up there. Anyway,
I don't know.
Al had held up a white Oscar award saying this would be appropriate for the evening. Al Sharpton is like I don't know.
I had an opportunity to kind of go on YouTube. And, there is a positive to all this talk about the Oscars that I had a chance to go on.
What's the positive? What is it?
I went on YouTube and I watched some of the highlights of Oscars past. And remember the David Niven, the streaker from the early 70s? That was kind of an incident that got a lot of attention and kind of was kind of interesting to kind of check out while everybody was sitting there with the social aspects of this year's Oscar. And I went back and looked at some of the Oscars of the past, and they were still pretty entertaining, even though they weren't as socially significant.
Well, this one here, everybody went crazy over this, and apparently Jada Pinkett Smith, Will Smith's wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, she's on Gotham, excellent in that show, by the way. Chris Rock was responding to Jada Pinkett Smith. She was going to boycott the Oscars, and Rock pointed out that she wasn't close to getting nominated anyway, so she wasn't invited. So there you go. That works, right?
Well, she boycotted watching the Oscars. I don't think she was boycotting the potential of getting an award, but she wasn't going to watch it. Sometimes that's like the worst thing you could do is not watch something. The only one you're hurting is yourself.
Yeah, well, that's it. Let's see the scorecard for wins. Here's the Revenant had 12 nominations. They got 3 wins. Thanks to Tomas for this. Mad Max Fury Road got 10 nominations, 6 wins. That's the number one film to watch and see. It's about time a movie that's just entertainment wins something, right? It's just Mad Max Fury Road. There's no social significance to it. They had 10 nominations, 6 wins. That's your Academy Award winner film. I don't care what you say.
I'm guessing that's not with Mel Gibson or anything like that.
No, it's a new version of it. The Martian had 7 nominations, 0 wins. Bridge of Spies, 6 nominations, 1 win. Carol, 6 nominations, nothing. Spotlight, 6 nominations, 2 wins. The Big Short, 5 nominations, 1 win. Star Wars The Force Awakens, 5 nominations, nothing? No, 0. And everybody loved that film. The Danish Girl, 4 nominations, 1 win. The Room, 4 nominations, 1 win. Brooklyn, 3 nominations and 0. Hateful Eight, 3 nominations, 1 win. Sicario, 3 nominations, 0. Ex Machina, the 2 nominations, 1 win. I want to see it. It's like a science fiction film. Looks pretty good. Inside Out, 2 nominations, 1 win. And Steve Jobs, 2 nominations, 0.
I fell asleep in Steve Jobs. That one just put me to sleep.
I don't know. We just got to get somebody on like Don Barrett that used to promote movies and say what the heck has changed in the movie business, because it's changed.
They don't promote them, that's for certain. They don't. They don't do
in. They're out. That's it.
Yeah, they put them out, and then I guess if you're kind of the kind of the ilk that keeps your nose up at the air, you go out and see them.
Well, there you go.
I gotta have some promotion. You gotta tell me what it's about before I go out and put my money down.
Now, Stacey Dash had to explain her bizarre Oscars appearance. Stacey Dash made waves recently from her comments about our current president, Barack Obama, for not giving a bleep about terrorism, to her statements about getting rid of BET and Black History Month. Last night at the Academy Awards, she didn't help her case as she made an extremely awkward appearance at the Oscars. She pretty much said all you need to know about the moment. It wasn't long after her performance that she did her best to explain her award show appearance in a post on Pathos.com saying, quote, when they added me to increase the diversity, I'm sure many black people rolled their eyes. I'm not black enough, they say. But guess what? I've heard that all my life. I would rather be a free-thinking black than a cookie-cutter black who thinks and votes like all my friends, end of quote. So anyway, there she goes, Stacey Dash.
She did the unexpected, I
guess.
guess.
They didn't expect that. Somebody actually thought for themselves and made their own comment without having it written out for them.
Did kind of a reversal.
Yeah. And by the way, Chris Rock sold Girl Scout cookies. Did you see that last night? He was trying to get his daughters to win the Girl Scout cookie contest, and they raised $65,000.
Is there any kind
people
of
putting money together to? He collected cookie money from the audience during the Oscars, saying he missed helping his daughters while preparing for the show.
I kind of hesitate to say this, but is there any kind of a backlash against the Girl Scouts? I mean, they're peddling these cookies all over the place.
They got $65,000. Even Vice President Joe Biden, who was there last night, handed $20 to Chris Rock backstage.
Bunch of mothers up by the entrance to the supermarket there trying to just spearhead any type of a sale whatsoever, and at some point it gets a little bit ridiculous.
Anyway, Stacey Dash went on to say, yes, I'm the actress from the South Bronx who has always dreamed of winning an Oscar, but God has a great sense of humor, and this is my first encounter with one of my dreams of destiny, bringing diversity to Hollywood, not merely because of color, but politics as well.
Oh, boy.
So there you have it.
There you go.
Yeah. Anyway.
She let him have it.
Yeah. There you have it. That was.
Might want to check her out, I guess.
Stacey Dash.
I don't know who she is. Do you know who she is?
Yeah, it's Stacey Dash. She was at the Oscars last night.
Now,
there was a big deal. You brought this up, too.
You don't know who she is, do you?
Yes, I do. Stacey Dash, famous.
Well, I know you know who she is because you're reading the material, but have you actually, can you tell me what she's done? I don't want to throw out one of those Donald Trump-type questions.
She's done lots of great things.
Okay.
She has made the motion picture industry great again.
You don't know.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do, Chris Matthews. You don't know.
No, I know I don't know.
Well, Google her and look her up. She got to at least go to the Academy Awards and be up there on the stage. When we come back...
She must have created quite a stir.
Apparently, there was some kind of embarrassing moment between Whoopi Goldberg and Oprah. We'll have to get to that in some kind of a tweet that was out there. We'll have to find out more about that straight as we continue on the PM Show Monday edition. Michael Horn and Paul Stern.
QL1, this is Control. Does Rocket Mortgage require me to come in and speak with someone?
Negative, Control. With Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans, you can go through the entire mortgage process on your own and completely online.
Copy that, QL1, but if I wanted to speak to someone, do you think they're out there?
They're out there, all right. Their award-winning client service is beyond anything I've ever experienced.
3, 2, 1.
Rocket Mortgage at QuickenLoans.com. Push button, get mortgage.
Rocket.
Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLSConsumerAccess.org number 3030. For me, it was the big S-Class from the 90s. Beautiful. My friend's dad had one.
The SL. All of the SLs. I've been watching those since I was a kid.
I think the 1971 SE was the first Mercedes that just blew me away.
Everyone remembers the first time they saw one, and the day they began to long for a Mercedes-Benz of their own. Well, that day may be a lot closer than you think. With a certified pre-owned Mercedes-Benz, you can experience the luxury, the unparalleled safety, the performance, and the style Mercedes-Benz is famous for at a price you can afford. Beautiful SUVs, sedans, coupes, and convertibles that are factory certified and covered by an unlimited mileage warranty for up to 3 years, so you can drive without a worry for as far as you like. And during the certified pre-owned sales event going on now through February 29th, you can receive 2 years of complimentary prepaid maintenance and special financing available through Mercedes-Benz Financial Services, only at your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer. You've waited long enough.
See your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer for complete details and limitations on certified pre-owned warranties.
Spend $24 right now at Napa, and you can get a free Napa Chase Elliott racing cap. Buy $24 of oil, get a free cap. Buy $24 of headlamps, get a free cap. Buy $24 worth of Pine Tree scented air fresheners. Well, we won't ask you why you need $24 worth of air fresheners. We'll just hand you a free Napa Chase Elliott racing cap. That's Napa know-how. At participating Napa Auto Parts stores while supplies last. Offer expires 3/31/16.
PM Show Monday edition, CRN Digital Talk Radio. So anyway, Total Beauty posted a photo of Whoopi Goldberg arriving at the Oscars red carpet. They captioned it, "We had no idea at Oprah was tatted, and we love it." Beauty website issued an apology, took down the original post. The hashtag "That's Not Oprah" started trending, and people responded with humor, anger, and disbelief. How could you think that Whoopi Goldberg was Oprah, or vice versa? Anyway, Abe Vigoda's daughter is upset, too. You know, when they show the In Memoriam, Carol Vigoda was very upset. She told TMZ, last night the Oscars dismayed many and cheated Abe Vigoda by not paying tribute to the immense professional energies and talents that he brought to the industry. She said, let's not forget the personal and family sacrifices that were willingly made to achieve the essential devotion. The Oscars fell short in many ways, and as my father, Abe Vigoda, said, the Oscars have earned one demerit. So, and some people said, well, and you said this too, Paul Stern. I'm Michael Horn, by the way. Welcome back here to the show. That he died too soon. Because he died January 26th. Well, David Bowie was included, and he died recently, as was Alan Rickman, and so they're all upset about this. So, positive news, The Voice returns tonight.
I would be upset about it, too, if that's the case.
Stacey Dash, by the way, is a lovely-looking woman. You knew that, didn't you? She was born, as she mentioned, in the Bronx of New York, and she was. You saw her in The Cosby Show? You don't remember her in The Cosby Show? You don't remember her in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? Come on. Saint Elsewhere? Come on. How could you not know Stacey Dash?
I guess I owe her an apology.
I guess you do. The Voice is returning tonight, by the way.
Quite a resume.
Christina Aguilera is back on the judging panel for season 10, joining Adam Levine, Blake Shelton, and Pharrell Williams. And the blind auditions begin tonight, so a lot of people checking that out.
The blind auditions?
Yeah, they start the auditions that start tonight.
Not the auditions from the unannounced auditions.
Yeah, they start them out with the beginning, and they move up, and then they select teams and all that kind of stuff. 24 Legacy. Jimmy Smits has joined that Fox cast. Oh. Fox's 24 Legacy pilot has cast Jimmy Smits. He was in Sons of Anarchy in a lead role. Variety has learned this, that Smits is going to play John Donovan, who's a powerful U.S. senator with higher political aspirations, who is married to Rebecca, the blazing smart former head of CTU. So Smits and Otto will star alongside Corey Hawkins, who is in Straight Outta Compton, who plays military hero Eric Carter, who returns to the United States and finds the trouble has followed him back. So I don't know if I'm going to watch 24 if they don't have Kiefer Sutherland in it.
But Jimmy Smits is quite a very good actor.
Yeah, all right, he's okay, but I'm for 24 with Kiefer Sutherland. Come on, And then here's another story. Apparently, Larry Elder was talking about this. Melissa Harris Perry and MSNBC are going their separate ways. She was going to appear this Saturday and Sunday in a regular 2-hour slot from 10 a.m. to noon, but she announced several days ago that she would stay away in response to MSNBC's preemption of her program for much of February for coverage of the presidential politics. So apparently Melissa Harris Perry has focused on the politics of race, gender, and social justice on her Melissa Harris Perry show. And she said, quoting now, "Our show was taken without comment or discussion or notice in the midst of an election season." Tough. That's just the way it is if you're on a news channel. The news, come on. What is wrong with these people? You think they've got to be on it? There's they are crazy. They're nuts. You're right, Tomas.
She took it personally. She took it to personal offense.
Here's a good one. The Hammer of Hank Aaron is going to start tonight on the Smithsonian Channel. You should watch this one. The film is kind of a revelation that shows how Hank Aaron faced bitter racism from his childhood in Mobile, Alabama, through his pursuit of Babe Ruth's home run record. And there's a gripping recount of young Hank Aaron being sternly told by his mother to hide under the bed because the KKK was about to march in front of the family's home in Mobile. So this is something. This is a good story to watch. This is true to life stuff, and you can see how this has just been over one lifetime. What's happened, and they say the home run chase also brought Hank Aaron pain. The film is going to show examples of hate mail, threats to his life. The film is part of a series of Major League Legends presented by Smithsonian and Major League Baseball. There's also the series also includes tributes to Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, and Ted Williams.
Yeah, I did not live through that Hank Aaron, that early Hank Aaron era. But from what I understand, he had it pretty bad when it came to kind of coming into some of these, I hate to call them racist areas, but he took a lot of abuse, and he kind of took it well. He took it as best he could.
The creators of the new Netflix show Making a Murder say they're going to be making a second season. The first season was started last December. They're going to season 2 is going to be coming up. Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook announced Friday that it's begun rolling out its live video feature on devices powered by the Android mobile software. The rollout's going to begin in the United States over the next week, with more countries after that. So that'll be interesting. Ted Cruz and Marco Rubio have been going nuts against Donald Trump, and now Cruz has noted multiple media reports about Donald's business dealings, and Ted says he's suggesting that Donald Trump won't release his tax returns because they will reveal bombshell ties to the mafia. I mean, come on, Ted.
Didn't Mitt Romney allude to something that's kind
This is great. This is great stuff. I love this. And the country is going overwhelmingly for an outsider, and nobody can stand it, even an outsider.
I think that if there was something funny about his taxes, they would have discovered it years ago, because he says he's audited every year.
Yeah, he is. Maybe it's because they say he has links to the S&A construction company, which is owned by a jailed mobster, Fat Tony Salerno. So we get Fat Tony on a diet.
I don't know if you want to discuss
Tony's weight. I want to say that, but I don't think it's nice to call a guy Fat Tony.
It's not nice at all unless he appreciates being called that.
If he likes it, it's fine with me. If Fat Tony wants to be
back out of this conversation.
Yeah, whatever. Just leave it up to... I'm not the one that said this. It's
Tony.
Ted Cruz. See if he makes it through the big election tomorrow with Fat Tony there.
Well, didn't Donald Trump have to wear like a bulletproof vest in one of the debates?
Oh, he did? I didn't know that.
They claimed that's why he couldn't button up his jacket.
I haven't heard about that. I don't know where you come up with these things, Paul Sturman. You are pretty amazing. It's true.
Try Fry Vineyards, the Mendocino County organic wine with no sulfites added. Fry Wines, America's pioneering organic winery. They were the first to go organic, the first maker of certified biodynamic wines in the United States. At Fry Wines, our emphasis is on producing organic wine of the highest quality while caring for our planet and palate alike. Check out our website at frywine.com and join the Fry Vineyards Wine Club. You'll receive 20% off all orders and much more. Plus, you can check out our internet-only specials. Great biodynamic wines from Redwood Valley in Mendocino County, California. Fry Wines. Go to frywine.com. That's Freywyne. Fry Wine. Freywyne.com. Check it out and enjoy great wines at your home tonight.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. You'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information.
They had obviously researched every place, not just given me names.
Really?
They found me a place for what she could afford, and it was magnificent.
We're now very confident that she's safe, and they just helped every step of the way, and I can't thank them enough.
So if you're struggling to find reliable senior living information, call A Place for Mom. This is a free service, and you can trust them to help you.
If you're struggling to find reliable senior living information for your mom or dad, then call or go online to get the free help you need during this turbulent time. Call now, 800-471-5173, 800-471-5173.
When you really want Italian food, you've got to go to Columbo's. Columbo's Italian Steakhouse and Jazz Club, Colorado Boulevard, Eagle Rock. It's that little neighborhood place you wish was down the street from you. If you haven't been to Columbo's, you don't know what you're missing. Delicious food. The steaks on this side are fabulous. The seafood so fresh and flavorful. Columbo's family Italian specialties are Southern California legendary, and the meatballs, the best in the West, North, South, and East. Plus service that's friendly but not fawning, and jazz every night, and it's also affordable. That's what makes Columbo special, and they make special easy, whether for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. That's why when you really want Italian food, you've got to go to Columbo's, because it really is that little neighborhood place you wish was down the street from you. Columbo's, making special easy every day. Columbo's, mangia.
PM Show Monday edition, CRN. Sad day on the PM Show. Michael Horn, Paul Stern. Our buddy Charlie Tuna passed away. one of the all-time greats in the radio biz. He used to work here at CRN for many years. Back in our Studio C, he would do the morning show at Kick FM and play country music for a few years. He was here, and we miss Charlie Tuna, and he will be missed by all. Apparently, he passed away in on the 21st of this month, and the word has just gotten out today. They had the funeral. Everything was private. Family wanted it to be private. He had a syndicated show, which I think is still on some stations. But what a great, wonderful, talented, good human being Charlie Tuna was. And apparently, get checked up often. Liver cancer is what I heard the cause was. And he went pretty quickly. And I just feel sad that we didn't know about it so we could go talk to him. He's one of the greats. I love Charlie Tuna.
No, he's a real true gentleman in the industry where there's very few. He's one of the true gentlemen that just did everything on the up and up, totally professional from beginning to end.
He also was the voice of the Mike Douglas Show, did a lot of stuff nationally, a lot of voiceovers and things, but he was on, they had the Drake format where you played top 40 music. He was like the poster kid for the Drake format. He could really bring those songs in and do it. Very prepped for his shows. He would write bits, pieces. He'd have everything ready to go prepped. And he always worked. He came to town. I mean, I don't think there was a year where he was out of work, including right up until he passed away. He had his own syndication company. So our thoughts and prayers go out to his family. Apparently, his lovely wife, and he has 4 kids, 2 daughters and 2 sons. And he was a big family guy. Loved his mom is still alive. She's in her 90s, and she lives in Kearney, Nebraska, and he's a Nebraskan. So those Midwest people are great. He's a guy that's going to be missed. Sorry to hear about the passing of Charlie Tuna.
Many charitable,
his real name, Art Ferguson.
Many charitable and community efforts as well that he was involved with throughout his entire career too.
Yeah, always good to get a call from him, and you could always tell that voice coming. Charlie Tuna comes in there, and that nice deep voice, and always looked like a kid. He was always good and youthful looking. And he was 71, too young to pass away, but can't believe that because he always looked, is really on top of things and very vibrant, young, and just a great guy. Anyway, shocked, upset, and he will be missed, and our prayers and thoughts go out to his family. What a great legend. You'll hear him on radio, though, I'm sure for years to come. Love Charlie Tuna. Let's see, Disney parks. Final story here is they're charging up to 20% more for visitors, appearing in record-breaking numbers. There's a new pricing structure at the parks.
How are they doing that?
I don't know.
They just increased the
I'm
price.
staying away.
I don't know. It's last year.
I'm boycotting Disney. They just increased the pricing structure in Florida and California. Tickets divided into value, regular, or peak tiers, depending on the season. At Disneyland, the costs are going to be $95 for value, $105 for regular, $119 for peak. And the Magic Kingdom is going to charge $105 for value, $110 for regular, and $124 for peak.
You might as well splurge and get the peak because I can only imagine what you're going to get with that value ticket.
Disney says charges will help spread out the visitation as
Spend the extra $30.
You get stuck on the train on the value ticket. You just kind of circle the park. You get stuck on that train and you can't get off.
Do they even let you inside?
Maybe you could just stand there in downtown Disney and look for $105.
What's that street that Angelo's and Vinici's is on?
Harbor Boulevard, yeah.
There you go. You can get to Harbor Boulevard
you
for $95.
You can sit there outside. You get to go into the parking lot and sit there and watch the cars go in and out. These changes are going to be implemented on Sunday. They started it out already one day after the announcement. Wow.
Couldn't wait
to stay away from that place. Wonder what Knott's Berry Farm is like. It's time to go there and get some nice berry pie.
That always used to be more affordable. I think it's even more fun, to be perfectly honest.
More fun at finger-licking good chicken, smack your fingers, and eat berry pie.
They once had a ride. I don't know if they still have it, but it was called Montezuma's Revenge.
That's what you get after some of the pies. That's the ride. That's for the value. That's our show. If you miss anything, log on to crntalk.com, our new website. Download our cell phone app, free for your smartphone. Dial pound 250 on your phone. When asked for the keyword, say CRN Talk. For our producer, Courtney Cadera, Tomas, Paul Stern, I'm Michael Horn. Have a great night.
Which was most appropriate because that was your theme.
Are you tired of hearing your favorite talk radio show sound like this? What if you could hear your favorite shows in crystal clear, high-definition digital sound? Well, with CRN Digital Talk Radio's 6 channels of high-definition radio, you can now hear all of your favorite hosts like you've never heard them before in CRN HD. The difference is amazing. Catch your favorite political hosts like Dennis Prager, Tom Hartman, Barry Farber, and so many more. Entertainment and lifestyle programming like The Robert Conrad Show, The What's Cooking Show, and The What's Cooking on Wine Show, all in true CRN HD audio. Sports, business, travel, food, wine, politics, there is something for everyone, and it's all available in